What's up, guys? Welcome to our second or third podcast. I don't think we've put out the second or third one yet. But we are here today at probably one of the most haunted hospitals, over 100 years old. We've just taken a walk through and we're about to start our investigation, but we thought we'd have a special moment first. Just a touch of something different. So we are actually going to do our first interview, but wait, just 1 second. We are the Upside Down Paranormal. My name is Rivas.
I'm Yanni.
And I'm Vanita.
And we are 4 random ghost hunters on the side of the road talking about creepy shit. But you'd probably noticed that there is only 3 of us today. And and that's because Stefan is writing exams, so we wish him the best of luck. We hope he gets really good marks. I don't really know what I'm saying in this part, but yeah, get really good marks, Stefan.
Study.
Yeah,
You better be
good luck.
studying.
yeah. If he's not studying, then we take him the next investigation and we moor him down.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So you've got shit coming your way.
He goes through this whole place
Yeah.
for 1 hour alone.
1 hour, some at 8 hours. Let's,
Okay.
yeah, fucking, you'll sleep, yeah, you bastard.
Pause. Can I just get this thing out? Gaan. Dis is 'n helse vliegding.
Ek het hom hy het toe my oor kom klap.
Oef.
Toe nou met die was en nou. Sit. Goed joh.
Nee. Waar's hy?
Fok, alweer.
Gaan weg. I don't know, it looks like a very big fly. It looks like it could do
Dit is een
something.
van die stikvleer.
Nee? Okay, whatever. It
Waar's
is whatever.
Was hy?
Hier agter.
So we'll walk through completely haunted buildings in the middle of the night in complete darkness, but hear a fly come into the car. then yes, we're causing chaos. Yeah. So back to the podcast. You sure you're fine? Can we continue? So yes, we decided today we are on location. We were graciously invited and joined by 2 of our very, very favorite explorers. I'd like to welcome our guest.
Wat julle maar nie agter.
I can't eat.
Wow, this is a tight squeeze.
He's on the basket. We're not going to get out again.
I feel very safe at the moment.
That doesn't say much about you and me, you know that? I'm just gonna leave her in the fucking building somewhere. That's it.
Ek kom ons met ons terug.
Dankie. I
Okay,
have a lift.
As die
I
kar
have a
kan
lift.
stort, so dan kan jy saam met ons terug.
Okay, dan.
So we'd like to welcome Rogue Urbex, which consists of Rogue himself and Sinister. Please introduce yourself.
Sinister. And Rogue. Not that difficult, yeah.
We are at the haunted hospital in an unnamed location, in an unnamed town, in an unnamed spot. It hopefully gives a lot of meaning to a lot of people, because we're not going to give this location away, because there has been some issues due to some social media postings, but let's not get into that. Today I thought we're going to interview Urbex explorers and see where our 2 worlds collide, because I think at some point the 2 worlds collide, and I think that's what brought us together. I mean, with a name like Sinister Pics, you're obviously not going around and taking photos of flora and fauna.
Yeah, no. We do some OnlyFans content, but no,
That's no joke, sir. I believe it's about $250 at this moment for joining subscription.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah. On special for
now.
mention our name and you'll get $150. So yeah, I guess the place that I want to start is what got you guys into Urbex and exploring and going into abandoned buildings?
On my behalf, it was Dries.
Okay.
So obviously we have a friendship going way back when, starting with the work we do.
Yes.
And from there on, he said he's got a hobby that he always wanted to do. Started that, took me to Canton Park Hospital the very first time, fell in love, and this is where we are.
So it was literally.
We didn't fall in love. We fell in love with the hobby.
Well, that's what they say. Hey. Clearly, we're deep undercovering the logo next to us.
This is going south very quickly.
So basically, it obviously was just a thought then when you first started.
Well, we started working together. Not going to go into too much detail, but in a task team working with SAPs. Quentin is a police officer, and
Under the covers.
I'm just a civilian. But we started working together for about a year in that, and grew very close. So we brothers in arms, to call it that. And my channel started a little bit before that. And what happened was, I said to him on one Saturday, why did you join me? I'm taking videos of a specific location, the very infamous Kempton Park Hospital, and he joined me on that. And he got hooked. So that's how we carried on. So the friendship started a little bit before the channel, actually. But I think that's where the chemistry comes from as well.
And at what point did you guys fall in love then?
At Kempton Park Hospital, we haunted, and we got scared, and he held on to me, and it was a dark and stormy night. And the batteries went out. I had to switch the lighter on because it was the only form of light that we had.
So clearly, Dries also writes for Boons and Mills. So
Sure.
So now this actually, it kind of leads on to my next question is, how do you think, and this is probably obvious to us, but I don't think it's obvious to other people, is how do you feel that Urbex takes you away from your normal everyday life?
For me, that's what we long for. To get away from the everyday hustle and bustle. To get away from what we see, what we do, where we are. To be secluded, to be at a place where you're not sure what you're going to find, when you're going to find it. And that's what makes it special and what makes it amazing.
Do you think it puts you in this place of it's almost like a meditation? So you're kind of entering this other scope of your mind, and you get to use other abilities, and your creativity comes out. And,
definitely.
And that sort of thing.
Because I had no photography knowledge at all. And I took a picture, he saw it, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it built from there.
And I'm the same. I love your photography. I'm a fan. I definitely a fan. Sinister Pics hashtag. And you, Rogue?
Yeah, so I'm a bit of an introvert. If you cannot tell, that's why I'm writing Boons and Mills books, like you said. But no, to be honest, I'm an introvert. I don't like to be in front of people, and try and get as far away from people as possible. And that's why I go to these abandoned places. And
You get away from me.
no.
So you basically running away the whole time, and you're running. Okay, nice. Okay, that's interesting dynamic. That one.
I think getting into the videography of being creative in that regard, building the story, finding the history, and obviously trying to preserve locations, documenting whatever is left behind, because it's not going to be there forever. So it gives a bit of a goal to the process as well. It's good to be creative, but it's good to have a goal to work towards. It gives meaning to it.
And are you in any shape, way, or form traditionally trained in production and editing?
Not at all.
So, and I'm not just saying this because he's my friend, but I truly believe that Dries is probably one of the best filmographers. Filmographer?
You're asking me. It's a huge word.
Film editor people that are in this country, and that's like no joke. Like it's serious. Go look at his videos; they are absolutely amazing.
I appreciate it.
So what we did is we secretly planned. Fuck! I just saw somebody walking outside there, and it's Finita's mother. I just pooped my pants.
This is a haunted location, but luckily
we actually in our group we actually discussed it a while ago. But I would like to ask the two of you as well. What do you think?
Get married.
What is? Why do you think it's the older buildings are the most haunted buildings?
And I guess you guys have also been in like very old locations, so and you're not necessarily there to ghost hunt. So this is a perspective that's actually completely side,
from your point of view, yeah.
So, and 100% of what we do, sorry, Rogue, is we're not out to find it, but on every single episode that we've shot, we find it.
Yeah.
So we're not looking for it. We're not willfully investigating.
Yes.
But it's there.
Yeah, definitely.
And well, we only do old places because old places are the only abandoned places.
Yeah.
And
But what do you think is only old places?
So, to give you an example, like you rightfully said, we're not ghost hunters. We don't go into these places to actually do ghost hunting. That's what you guys do. So, and we enjoy going out there with you guys because that's where our paths cross. Because old buildings inherently are haunted. It's desolate. I think there's energy caught up in these old buildings that replay itself every so often. I think you do get obviously malicious hauntings, or you get intelligent hauntings, but you also get hauntings that just replay, like a replay watching a rugby match kind of thing, if the elements are right. So our first experience in that was at Kempton Park Hospital, which is not that old of a building, but you know, obviously it's to do with the energy that's caught up there, what happened at Kempton Park Hospital. So that's just one example, but there's many more. And that's where we met up with you guys. I mean, because we got fascinated with it because we've got actual raw footage of sound clips caught on normal GoPro cameras, nothing fancy. And for us, being non-believers, that automatically switched our minds because we couldn't explain what we caught up. And we're not going to go into too much detail. People can go watch the videos on YouTube. There's a 4-part series on that. But the main thing is we cannot explain it, but it is fascinating. And that's why you guys come into the picture as well, and that's where our paths cross. So why these buildings are haunted, I think it's mostly because energy are caught up,
as you say,
emotional energy are caught up in those buildings. That's the only logical explanation. It's not a scientific explanation, but for now it's the only explanation we have.
That was very much my answer when you asked me that question 10 years ago. So
I guess it's an interesting one because I sometimes, like I've mentioned now a few times, is we seem to be crossing our paths with a lot of Boer War related places, and not necessarily linked to the Boer War, but sometimes for some odd reason there's something that's in that building that just says to you, what the hell is this thing doing there? So I don't know where, I still can't decipher whether this is the building, the history, the age, the land, the whatever, but it's an interesting question. And you, Benita?
How deeply do you guys believe in the paranormal?
So, I'm jumping the gun now, but I think Quentin will have to answer for himself. I think, look, we both come from a spiritual background. We're both church-going, we're religious in that regard, so we believe in the spiritual realm. And so I think it's an easier jump for somebody that's got a spiritual background to actually believe in these type of things, because I mean it just comes with our background. But it depends on what you're going to ask. There's a lot of ways it can go from here. So whether it's spiritual in the sense that it's ghosts walking around, whether it's malicious or whether it's friendly, that's not for us to answer. But I've got a deep belief that the spiritual realm exists, and we've seen it operating. In whether it's a haunting, whether it's affecting people around it, because you can see people living in haunted homes. It does affect them, and it can't just be their imagination. And when you walk into these places where people haven't been for many years, you still pick up an energy of some sort. So what can it be? It's not always just the wind or always just nature. Something strange is going on, and I think each of us has got that inherent spiritual how can I call it, deepness that picks up on it, and you feel uncomfortable maybe, or it's like always with a bit of excitement, but being a little bit weary as well. That's a very good word. So that's my point of view. I think coming from a spiritual background, that's definitely not difficult to believe in. We weren't believers in haunted hospitals until we came across it. Not to say we didn't believe in it in the sense that it happens everywhere else, but when it happens to you personally,
that's when
it changes the picture completely.
And I think that's the thing with most skeptics or most people, is they don't believe it up until the point that you do. You don't until you do. And that's kind of as literally as simple as it sounds, is as easy as that question is, And you, Quentin?
No, they're exactly the same. I was a skeptic. I knew it existed, but I didn't go look for it. But willingly go out and find it. And when it happened in that specific hospital, I'm like, well, it can't be anything other than that, and from there on, I was just hooked.
Can I just add to that to say that if we were going there to go see if there's a haunting in any building, and I mean that would say these guys created in their mind, a figment of the imagination picked it up, or we edited it into the footage or stuff like that. But for us, we went there purely from an Urbex perspective.
Yes.
And then coming back and reviewing our footage and then seeing what we saw on the footage and hearing the noises and like it was an unbelievably daunting thought that wow, we were there, we didn't actually see physically something, but we picked it up on the footage.
And I
for
think
us, that's pure like proof that it exists.
And that specific, well, one of the first ones that you got caught was at that Sasolburg hospital, that memorial hospital. And I think that's what got us linked together, is because I messaged you and was like, hey, where is this place? And that's how our conversation started. Do you guys have any other questions?
Yeah, I want to know, who is your favorite upside downer?
Oh,
that's a difficult one. It's the most dangerous. Okay, so
why are you doing that? I was actually helping me play.
I'm not better.
Yeah, obviously they're going to pick the boss. Obviously.
No,
it's like asking who's your favorite.
He was like, no.
I'm not gonna hide it.
It's like asking who's your favorite Ninja Turtle. If there's only one, there's no team. Okay, so I'm going to give the diplomatic answer and say that
this is going to be a loving answer. I feel it. I feel the love coming. I feel it.
In some days I like Leonardo, some days I like Donatello, other days I like Raphael. It's like, because each of them have a specific task, but take one of them away, take two of them away, what do you sit with? You sit with half a team. So, and me and Rivers have had many conversations over WhatsApp in the past that, you know, sometimes it's good to go out there alone, but
what's going your way.
but no man's an island. So your success depends on the people that support you the most. And I think at the end of the day, you have to appreciate each and every one that's part of your team, whether in a smaller or bigger capacity. So I know it's diplomatic, it's cheesy, but it wouldn't be that if it wasn't the truth. So favorite, I can't pick, because at the end of the day, you know, it means that you're not picking, you're picking one over the other. It's not possible. And, you know, it's like you're having two kids almost. You can't, like, you know, the one is more naughty, the one is more sweet. But in some sense, you know, how do you pick? I don't know.
Who's naughty, who's sweet?
And you, Q?
Oh, I love all of you guys. I do, with all of my heart. Like, with no doubt.
And I just want to say, I just want to say that Venita, your controversy was not even started, so you can just back off now, hey? Just trying to start TikTok drama here in the car.
I wanted to box for gifts.
We only wrestle, we don't box.
So let's get back to where we are today. So now we have had, and I'm not going to keep this going for too long because I think we're running a bit over time at the moment, but we have been here on one occasion before and picked up incredible evidence. Incredible evidence. So,
more voices.
So, thank you, Sinister. Thank you, Rogue.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed our little podcast, and we'll definitely be seeing you again.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And we are the Upside Down. My name is Rivers.
Yanni here.
And my name's Vanita.
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.